Karolines log. February what are we today? The 4th? 2 days to my birthday. I'll be 54 years old. Mentally, I don't know. I'm everything that went before 54 at different times. I'm not doing very good in this current situation, atmosphere, climate that we're living in. The malignancy of it, the malevolence of it, oh my God, the narcissistic, malevolent, sort of narcissistic, shitey way that they're fucking sort of like warring upon us. I have a bit of a unique view here, right? I'm Irish in England, in southwest England even. And I have ended up seriously traumatized because I got targeted over here. I got targeted by the Health Trust first, right? Because they left me on red flagged, contraindicated, highly dangerous drugs for, sort of like a period of years. And when I found out about it because of a chemist who actually told me that I shouldn't be on all these drugs, that these drugs are sort of like really sort of like dangerous, the interactions of them. And it made sense to me what had happened to me. And when I went to make complaints and I wouldn't let the complaints go or I wouldn't accept their excuses, they went for me big time. They used the police against me. They used the mental health services against me. They blacklisted me with the NHS and NHS services, health services. So anytime I tried to go and get some sort of help, if there was something wrong with me physically or whatever, or sort of like even go to the doctors or whatever, I was really badly treated. I can't even begin to explain, how I was treated. But literally, I was put through absolute hell on earth here. Actually, they have the nudge unit that they use, the police. They have other psychological sort of like techniques that they use upon people who they see as not complying, or people who aren't compliant, or people who sort of like are problematic from them. People who are actually speaking truths, sort of like the power that the power doesn't like. So the power has actually said, let's get rid of this person. Let's drive them fucking mad first. Let's do anything and everything. Right, let's roll out the whole gamut on them. And that's what they did to me over here. And this is all pre-CVs, sort of like scamdemic. Literally, I believe, yes, actually, that there is an illness going around. And I had it before it was actually named CV19, and then all the other mutations. We could go on for the rest of fucking, eternity, with all these mutations that these absolutely narcissistic, malignant, psychopathic scumbags at the top, who are actually instigating all of this upon actually, sort of like everybody who's in the UK, everybody who's in the world, different types of narcissists, different types of malignant narcissists, different types of psychopathic approaches is what they're using. And it's all down to how you're culturally engineered, right? They've studied us like lab rats. I've survived what was done to me. Most people don't realise the little sort of like, well, not little, but they have train themselves in all these techniques, narcissistic abuse techniques, gaslighting, psychological warfare. Please look it up, because if you put your head above the parapet and you start speaking truth to power, well, power is going to come for you like a monster, like a demon. Like these people rip their ordinary human face masks off and they become like monsters, malevolent, vindictive, nasty monsters. And it's bred into people, right? It's bred into people, this, and I'm just warning people to actually, please don't fight these people on your own. Don't think that you're able to actually, sort of fight these people or stand up to these people on your own, because you're not. None of us are. This is why we need unity. This is why we need to come together and have each other's backs, because nobody had my back when all this was happening to me. Nobody had my back. Nobody cared for me. They all just sort of like found everything was wrong with me. Oh, she's mad, she's this, she's that. So everything they could think of, every possible excuse, everything they could look at about me that was wrong, so they could justify not actually sort of having my back, not helping me in any way, not believing me. This is what happens, and literally people need to actually be very, very aware about sticking their head up above the parapet, or about speaking truth to power. Unless you have a fucking army behind you to back you up, you're screwed. That's the truth. You're screwed. I am severely, severely traumatized from what happened to me over here at the hands of the health trust, at the hands of the services, at the hands of the GP surgeries, at the hands of the hospitals, at the hands of the police. They tried to murder me in 2015 in my home. They tied me down with cable tie in a stretcher, right, after beating me to a pulp, after breaking their way into my sitting room where I was terrified. Tried to actually taser me with a red taser gun, actually, so it could have smashed the window in my living room door to shoot at me. And that was only the start of it. That was in 2015. We're now in 2021 and I'm still alive. And I've been trying to find help everywhere. I'm terrified of English people because I'm terrified of people ripping away their human faces and sort of show me the demonic, monstrous sort of like evil behaviour, sort of like malevolence that actually all of us have the capability to have within us. All of us have this capability, and these people are absolutely just vile. Sort of like, that I encountered. The police, the services, the social workers, the doctors, the GPs, the nurses, the supposed counsellors, the supposed professionals. Oh my God, I hate that word professional now. If anybody sort of like literally identifies themselves as a professional, I just feel like running away. If anybody feels like actually identifying themselves like an expert to me, I feel like running away. I self, me, ego. This is the way that they get people, right? Sort of appeal to your sense of sort of want. Your ego. Feed your ego, feed your power. Sort of give you some sense of power. That you're better than anybody else. Literally put you in groups of people like that. And then we go hunting. Then we go hunting for the people who speak out against us, the people who tell the truths about us, because that's what they do, is they hunt for you, they target you and they hunt for you, and you have to be really, really careful, and people have to come together now. They have to come together like never, ever before, okay?